In 1944, the Ink Spots sung a song called Into Each Life Some Rain Must Pour. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. I want to talk about the fact that as we look back over the years, some things for us are quite painful. I want to thank eBorder for giving me the idea for this video because there's a lots of things that we could talk about. I generally try and keep everything positive. And in a way, what I'm going to say in this video is positive as well. You see, as we look back, I'm a nostalgic kind of guy. And as I look back, there are things that have happened along the way that bring me a bit of pain, if the truth be known. When I look back and look at my family, for instance, my mum and my dad, when they passed away, was a significant loss for me. I'm very lucky in the matter of that I come from a family that is very close, who held tight. And I'm not just talking about my right close family. I'm talking about my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, etc. I can remember when my Uncle Henry died back in 1989. He was 57, went swimming, came home, had a heart attack. I can remember driving down to Hastings where he was and just not being able to talk, so et up in my own grief. The same thing happened when my cousin James died 10, 11 years ago now. He was my closest cousin. I miss him terribly because I can't phone him up anymore. I've still got his phone number in my phone, but the pain is still there. And that's one of the things that we seem to have to face as we go through our lives when we're moving on. Speaking of moving on, we have friends that we move on from. Kids that we played with before school even. As we grow into school, we start to get friends there. Then we go into our first jobs, we get friends there, then we get married, and we sort of move away from some of our friends because our life takes a different route. And then as we get older, it does it again to all of us. All of our school friends that we used to go about with and knock about with, suddenly we're all in disparate angles because we're all doing different things because our life has gone on in different ways. And when I look back at the school friends that I had over the years who I no longer get in touch with, it's not because you don't like them. It's not because you're kind of not that interested in them. It's just the fact of life is that we move on, and some of the people along the way that we count as friends move away and do different things. And so we lose those friendships. I know for a fact when my marriage broke up, but because we broke up, a lot of my friends were also my wife's friends. And so you lose friends for a multitude of reasons along the way. I've just talked about my marriage breaking up. Do I regret that? I regret it. Of course I do, that my marriage came to the end of its road. We just grew apart over time. But what upsets me even now is the hurt that I caused. Me and my wife didn't fall out every day. We weren't arguing and fighting. We just grew apart. And I can remember that my relationship with my boys at the time, neither one of them would talk to me for ages. And so you have these regrets of things that come on over the years. It's just a fact of life that this happens to pretty much all of us. At this stage in the video, I just want to give you a plug for my Monday meetups because it's a place where we get together and chat about all sorts of things, the stuff's going on in our lives. It's something that people who are part of the YouTube community, and particularly this channel, we come in and we talk about all different things on a Monday night, 6 o'clock UK time, and you are more than welcome to come along and join us. I briefly touched on the places we've worked at. When you look back at the jobs that you've had, I've worked for myself for most of my life, but I've had a couple of jobs along the way where I worked with different people. And I developed friendships with different people. But some of them, as I left, those friendships went as well. But as you look back, sometimes we get these regrets for opportunities that we didn't take. I've kind of leveled out over the years when I think about that, because at one time I'd look back and feel really beat myself up over it. But the truth of the matter is, we weren't meant to do those things at the time. If we were, we'd have done them. And our route of our life would have taken a different way. And it may have took you to an area that's actually worse than the life that you've lived. And so it's no point in regretting the things that you didn't do or the choices that you made that stopped you from doing different things. I wouldn't say they're sad because you've got to where you are now because of the choice that you actually made. So there's no real point in looking back and having regrets about the opportunities that you didn't take. With all those things and those events that you had in your life, and you look back with sorrow, it's not really worth doing it because you can't do nothing about the past. The past is gone. You can only do things about today and what's coming in the future, even though that's not guaranteed. But do you get my drift? It's one of those things. As we get older, we sometimes wonder if our time's running out, whether we've done anything significant with our lives. Well, I think all of us have. Along the way, things that you've done have affected other people. Much of it will be good, much of it you won't know about. But you wonder about whether you've missed the boat and whether you've got time to do something significant left in the time that you've got. My YouTube channel is a significant thing for me. I got to the stage in my life where I now live 200 miles away from my two sons. I don't get to talk to them and tell them the things that go on in my mind. I'm a different person to when I lived with them. And so when I developed this channel, it became something significant to me because I could pass on the stories and the lessons of my life so that they didn't have to go through the pain that I did. Along the way, the channel grew and you're now watching this video as part of that. And so it's so highly significant that if I mention something in this video or any of my others that you see, and it makes you think, then that's good. And at the end of the day, if it's only one person that I significantly affect by something that I've said that's helped them move their life on in a better way, then this is worth it. What's significant for you could still be to come, you know. Don't think that because you've got time behind you, you've kind of missed the boat, because you just never know when something will happen that will give you your reason for being, if you like. And of course, there's this other thing that as you get older, you kind of feel a little bit more isolated than you used to be because you used to be out and you were seeing people and doing this and doing that. And now you tend to spend more time at home than you do going out. And particularly in this digital age where everybody chats to each other online half the time. If you find that, like me, you're quite happy to sit in and watch the telly and you love to watch a
Okay.
film, or you like to sit back and listen to your music rather than go to the pub, then that's okay too. It's not something that you should look at and feel sorry about. The fact is, we're all getting older and we're all going to take life a little bit more easy as we get older. So don't worry too much about whether you're isolated or not. Now, this video is not fully in depth and descriptive of every reason why when we look back, we feel a bit of pain. And it's not meant to be, because what you've got to realize, there are two things you need to realize. One, some people never got to be lucky enough to live to this kind of age. But you're lucky to have been here. You're lucky to have that time where you can kind of look back. It's a question of balance, this life. Without things happening bad to you, you would never appreciate the good. If you'd gone through life all this time and nothing had happened that was bad for you, that was negative when you look back, then you wouldn't enjoy the good things. There has to be that balance. And the other thing, of course, is that when you look back on your life and you feel the pain and you feel the things that were negative that happened in the past, that's what helped you develop resilience. And that's what's helped you become stronger throughout your life. So yeah, you have to have that balance between the sad and the happy, the good and the bad, because you wouldn't be a rounded person otherwise. So yeah, there is a painful side to looking back, but if you look at it in the right way with the right perspective, the pain is what helped you to grow to be the person that you are today. And the person you are today, if you're getting older, is okay. Because if you look at that video next, I'll be talking about the unexpected joys you get for being older. I'll see you in the next video.